Hey guys, what's up? It's Marissa, and today I have another story time, but this time it is a requested one, and it is the story of why I moved out and why I am living with my aunts. As always, if you're not following me on all of my social medias, links are in the down bar. Make sure to follow them. And the first 5 people to follow me on all 3 and comment on my last Instagram picture, I will follow. So hurry up, I want to follow you guys and follow your life just as much as me. So go follow me there and I will follow you guys back maybe. Thank you for 11,000 of you, like, mind blown, literally mind blown. Thank you so much. I can never thank you enough. Like, I just wanted to just throw that in there because you guys are amazing and I love you all. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on to the story time. By the way, just like a quick pause, I know I look absolutely crazy right now. I just got off from work. I'm going on a flight tomorrow to Australia, depending on when you guys see this, so I'm like in the middle of packing and I need to film content for you guys. So yeah, that's why I look crazy. Excuse my hair, like, I don't know. Okay, so basically I moved out when I was about 16 years old into my aunt's house, so about 4 years ago. I've been here. I believe I was a sophomore in high school, and I lived with my mom and my sister. My dad was really never in the picture. He was there, but never there, if you know what I mean. So it was always just me, my mom, and my little sister. And my mom worked a lot. She owned 2 businesses. She was a single mom trying to raise 2 kids. Especially nowadays, times are tough. Everything is ridiculously expensive. So it was 3 people she was supporting, and she was also helping her parents. It was basically like she was supporting 5 people. So at the time, this was right after my crazy stalker story. If you guys haven't watched that, it'll be linked in the down bar. It was right after that, and since we were so freaked out about that whole situation, we were living by ourselves, we moved into her business partner's house. They were half 50-50 business partners on her business, just to feel safer after the whole stalker incident. So every day after school, my grandma would pick me up, or my grandpa, whatnot. I would see my mom later at night, and then she would always take us to school in the morning. So at the time, me and my mom didn't really have a good relationship. We would argue a lot, but I think that's pretty much normal for a 16-year-old with their mom. We would argue a lot, and I didn't really think much of it because, like I said, I was 16. Teenagers argue all the time with their parents. I was noticing that my mom's characteristics were changing. She was like really depressed and stressed out all the time. And I know why now. She just didn't want to tell me at the time because you want to keep your kids sheltered from any problems happening in your life. What was happening at the time is that she was having the EDD go after her for her business because she didn't have like a certain license that was correct. She also was helping a lot of her friends. My mom owned 2 salons for massage, facial, and acupuncture. She was helping one of her friends because he had nowhere to go, and she let him move into one of her rooms inside of her salon, so she was losing money there. She just had a lot of stress going on, and I think what really pulled her to the edge is that her best friend, literally her best friend since she was in high school, my mom found out that she was stealing from her and her business because she would do all of the funds for my mom's business, and she was stealing from her. So all of this kind of just came down at once. She was just in a really, really depressive state, and when you're depressed, you do things that you don't mean, you say things you don't mean, and you know, the possibilities are really just endless in terms of what a person that's depressed can do. So she was like this for a while already, so I was kind of used to it. One day when I came home, she was really, 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 really mad at me, like so mad that I've never seen her so mad ever. My mom never hit me. That was one thing she never did. She would like pull my hair here and there, but she would never hit me. But she was so angry at me this one day, and I don't even remember what I did. I don't even think it was really anything, but at the time, any little thing, like I said, would set her off. And she went crazy. She started getting my TV, throwing my TV across the room, screaming at me. Like, I had to go in my room and lock my door because I didn't know what she was doing. So she was like banging on the door like crazy, and I was like scared at the time, but then again, it was my mom, and I knew that she wouldn't do anything to me in her right mind. But at the time I knew she was going through a lot, so who knows. And so I was scared. I was in my room, and it just continued for a long time, probably like 30 minutes of her like just screaming. And I remember I was in my room, and in my room you can look through the window. In my room you can see the backyard, and I remember hearing like a pounding sound in my backyard, and I was like, that's so weird. And so I looked outside and she had like a metal baseball bat, and she was like banging the concrete with her metal baseball bat. When that happened, I knew that it was time to remove myself from the situation. At the time, I couldn't drive. I didn't even have a license. I remember I just kind of stayed there until she kind of got over it. She was fine for the rest of the night, and in the morning when she took me to school, I packed a big bag, as much stuff as I can in my backpack without her noticing, and I took it to my aunt's, and I stayed there for a couple days. And I just remember like thinking I don't want to go home. Me and my mom had a terrible relationship and I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. But what I did is I went back to my house when she was at work a couple days later. I packed all of my stuff and I went to my aunt's, and I have been here ever since. She was really upset that I left. She was begging me to come home, crying for me to come home, and I just never did. It was one of the hardest things I've had to do in my life because I had to leave my little sister behind and my mom. Like, I love my mom and I lived with her my whole life. She was the only one ever there for me in terms of parent-wise. So it was sad, but I knew I needed to do it. So I stayed strong, pulled through it, and it was the best decision I have ever made because ever since then, me and my mom has had an incredible relationship, like something that I've desired all my life with my mom is what we have now. We're super close, we can tell each other anything. She's just so different. She found a husband that I absolutely adore. He's my stepdad. He does everything for me. He's 20 times more of a dad that I've ever expected. He brought her so much happiness that she really lacked. So I'm so grateful for him for that. And my mom's just a totally different person. She's calm, she's patient, she doesn't get easily angry, and we just have a great relationship now. So I know this was like a sad, kind of depressing video, but a lot of you guys have been asking me why I live with my aunt, so I wanted to fill you in and tell you guys why. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. It was a little more personal into my life, but if you like those videos, I have a lot, so comment down below and I will do those. So I hope all of you guys that requested it are happy I finally did it, and I will be back to my funny, crazy story times very soon, so don't you worry about that. So as always, I love you with all my heart. Like I said in the beginning of this video, thank you so much for 11,000 of you. You are amazing. And other than that, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to put requests down below because I want to do what you guys want to do, and I will talk to you guys next Sunday. Bye guys.